Good morning. Welcome to New Zealand. It's about 5:30ish here. We spent the night down in the back cabin in the woods. But sat up a little bit last night, had a couple of whiskies with Uncle and had a catch up, and he loaned me his 718 tractor to drive down here to the backyard, the cabin in the woods. Whew, a lot of possums out here at night, let me tell you. Noisy critters they are. Anyway, I thought I'd just take you for a little tour around the yard before Uncle gets up. Well, he's probably up, but he's probably having a coffee and his breakfast and whatnot. So before we head to the house and find out what we're doing today, I thought I'd just take you for a little tiki tour around the farm and just show you. You'll have to excuse, I can't figure out why the headlights aren't working on this tractor, and I don't have a torch with me, and yeah, Uncle didn't have one, so it was pretty hard to find my way around down there last night. But this is the yard, lots of trees, lots of shrubs, very secluded and isolated. A couple of grain mills where he produces flour, and a silo, and that's about it. That's about the edge of his territory right there, his land. So yeah, I mean, it's not a fancy yard, it's nothing fancy at all. But yeah, we'll have a look in the grain mill and see what's going on here. I mean, don't think there's a heck of a lot in there actually, no. So he's had a very bad year with crops, by the looks of it. He said he was doing well, but by the looks of it, he needs a lot of work done. But I guess he's got a bit of savings, so he's not too bothered by that. So yeah, as you can see, he does like his John Deeres. He's even painted his V8 truck John Deere colour. And everything in the shed is pretty much green and yellow. So his motto is, if it's not green and yellow, I don't want to know. There's a big John Deere man, that's for sure. But this is Uncle's house down here, the main house. I'll just park up here, but I don't think he's up yet. So before I do run in and see if he's up or whatever, we'll have a look around. I'll show you around, yeah. Give him a chance to wake up a bit. His health isn't doing too well lately. He's been doing very poorly. I think he said he's got a hospital appointment today, so at some stage he'll be getting picked up and heading out with his mate to the hospital, which is a couple of hours away. This is the field. It's a very confused looking field, so we're going to be getting stuck into this, and we'll be doing something, but like I say, we'll wait for him to wake up and have his breakfast and whatnot. And yeah, and first of all, this is the old dumping ground. I remember this as a kid. Gosh, this brings back memories. That bus there has been there for this as long as I can remember. Let's see if I can get up. Oh jeez, I've gone and caught my pants on this bumper. Oof. Shouldn't be mucking around in the junkyard really, but oh my god, I got stuck again. So we'll try to go again another way. Just put a lemon hole in my pants. But here's the old harvester he used to run, and like I say, the old bus that's been parked here since I can remember. An old fire truck there by the look of it, an old trailer, a lot of old junk around here. So it's what you expect on an old farm in the middle of nowhere. Uncle likes to collect a lot of old machinery, and says he's going to fix it, but it just sits there and rusts, and it's just yeah, he never really gets onto it. So, and that's the entrance down the driveway where you saw us arrive last night. So yeah, that's the farm, and like I say, the shed's up there, the yard's just up there. I'll take you for a drive and I'll show you where the old farm used to be generations ago when they first started farming here. They used to do horses, I believe. They grew oats and fed the horses oats and that, but yeah, I think that wasn't such a profitable industry for them, and they kind of stopped that quite a while ago. Before I was born anyway, they stopped breeding horses here. But yeah, I mean, it's just a small yard, as I say. There's not much going on here. But inside these trees here, as you can see, there's I don't know if you can see from here, but we'll go and have a look. It might be a bit dark, so you'll have to excuse me. But yeah, and here is the old silo and old shed. These have always been in the woods, although the woods have grown out a lot more since I was here, so a lot more junk's been added to it. But as you can see, the old horse stable, or where they used to raise the horses, which is, well and truly dilapidated now. But yeah, that's the yard. Excuse me. So we might jump in the tractor and I'll take you for a bit of drive around down the end anyway. While we wait for Uncle. It's coming up 6 o'clock, so we shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too far away from getting up. Yeah, down here, as I say, that's the cabin I stayed in. It's not too bad. It's quite a nice little place to stay, apart from the possums. Uncle says he used to trap them, but he doesn't bother anymore. He used to make money from their fur, but like I say, he doesn't bother. The old barn. I do remember the old barn down here as a kid. Cousins and I used to play quite a lot down here. And that little pickup truck in there, I remember Uncle taking us for rides around the farm and that. It's a shame it's sitting there and is no good anymore. It was a nice truck. But anyway, I'm reminiscing too much here. Sorry about that. But yeah, you can see all the shrubs have overgrown quite a lot down here. And again, you have to excuse me, I'm going to get Uncle to fix these lights on this tractor. But yeah, you can see that it's really overgrown and a mess down this end. He's let it get away from him. So I'll talk to him this morning after I've shown you around a bit anyway, and see what he has to say. Because yeah, there is a lot of work to do up here if he wants to tidy that up. But I mean, it is his farm, so I'm not going to jump in and do things without asking him first. But yeah, she's really a mess down here, so we'll see what he says. We'll definitely see what he says. I mean, there's a lot of overgrown weeds and grass growing into the paddock, so I'll head down to the house now and see what he has to say. Right, so Uncle will probably be gone from the yard now. We've he asked us to do a couple of trips into town with the John Deere to pick up some seed and fertilizer and lime. So this is our second load. We've already unloaded one load in the shed. It's coming up 7 AM now, and Uncle will probably be gone by the time we get back here because he has a hospital appointment, he said. So he's asked us just to obviously pick up the load of seed and fertilizer and lime and to head back to the yard to obviously store it in the shed and set up the lime spreader and put some lime down on the field. And that's pretty much all he told us to do. So I can't see it taking us too long. Like I said, it's already around 7 AM. Uncle will have gone by now. He's got a hospital appointment in town, and that's about an hour and a half drive away, so he'll be gone for a few hours at least. So easy, enough time to get done what we got to get done. But as you can see, it's a really isolated area. No neighbours, nobody around for miles. The closest people around are the shop. It did used to be a farm across the river, but that's, well, from what I saw when I drove past, it's empty and abandoned. So yeah, times are tough around here, but Uncle sticks to it. He's still going strong. I mean, what else is he going to do? He's coming up 60 years old, I think, so, and his health ain't the best. Like I say, he's got hospital appointments today. But I do need to get him to look at this trailer too, because one of the wheels is sticking. So he's got some of this machinery just isn't working as well as it should. But anyway, I'm going to unstrap all these, and I'm going to jump out and I'll unload this, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, we've done all that, and we chucked a couple of bags into the spreader. I'm going to probably have to top it up a bit more, but we'll see how we go with this load first. Yeah, so he just said basically to go out there and spread lime on the field as best we can and kick back until he gets home. It's about 7:30, so this shouldn't take us too long at all. Probably only half an hour. We'll be done quick smart with this job, no problem. But yeah, this is New Zealand. I hope you like it. It's home for me, and this brings back a lot of memories. Coming to stay on the farm with Uncle, and just definitely, especially during the summertime with my cousins, we'd come up here and we'd have tents in the forest and set up camp and everything. It was beautiful, lovely memories, I tell you. But now we're here working, so, but I do have to keep reminding Uncle that we can't stay here forever. We need to get back because we need to tend to our fields in Westbridge Hills. We've got a lot of work to do at home, so So anyway, I'm going to get this lime spreading done. But I don't know. I did mention the shrubs and the overgrowth at the back, and he said don't worry about it, just put this lime down. So, I mean, yeah, if that's what he wants us to do, I guess it's only a fraction of the field that's covered. It's not going to be much of a loss of production, but I don't know. We'll see. Personally, if it was my field, I'd be getting the mulcher or the mower in there and chopping those hedges and gorse down. And I'd probably be extending this field out to my right, but yeah, it's a nice little farm. I like it. But I'm not sure. He's really let it get away this year, so I hope he's doing okay. He likes to keep a lot of things close to his heart. He doesn't like to open up, and one of those old school males, I guess, where he doesn't really talk about how he feels or what's going on. So, but that's a lap done. So, like I say, this ain't going to take us very long at all. I'm going to straighten up and get cracking. And hopefully by the time I've done this and had something to eat, Uncle will be back. So, I'll be back shortly. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so that's done. We've limed the field, done all that. There's a few spots that wouldn't accept the lime, and it's still a very... I'm going to have to see Uncle and see what he wants to do about all this, because he's got the grass and the weeds and flowers all growing on into his field. So, I mean, personally, I would try and tidy that up myself, but like I said before, this is his farm, so we're not going to try and tell him what to do. Yeah, so there's not a heck of a lot to do. Uncle's not back until a little bit later, so we still got a little bit to do. We're just gonna, no doubt, kick back and unwind, have a coffee and something to eat, and wait for Uncle to get back so we can figure out what to do next. I imagine there won't be any work for the rest of the day, so I'll catch you up when I can anyway. So take care, and thank you for joining me.